All right, guess what? We are back on the YouTube channel, but today we have a disc review. Sorry for the lack of uploads. I'll kind of go through that in a different video, but for now we're back with a disc review. And I'm gonna put the video here. I have no clue when my last disc review was, but this was it. And it was like over a year ago? It had to be. It's been a long time since I made a disc review, and the only content I've really made is going to a course and playing around, and then that's kind of it. Because I found this disc recently and it's kind of changed my game in such a weird way. I never thought I needed a disc like this, but now I do. This is the Discraft Rattler, but I've gotten so attached to it, and just look at this profile. A lot of you are probably gonna just click off the video right now because just look at that. Now, what is it? This is a 2-speed, which is actually kind of surprising. It could be a 1-speed. To be honest, I think it should be. Simple definition. Let me get over here. Out of the hand, hyzer, flat. That's it. This is literally the whole line. This disc is a point and shoot. This is a super shallow, but deep rim. It's kind of like a bowl. It's like a literal bowl. But one of the best ways I like to describe this disc is that it is the ultimate frisbee of disc golf. I know there's a lot of discs that have that kind of status in disc golf, but I believe this one might be the actual first ultimate frisbee type of disc. First started playing disc golf, but grew up really attached to ultimate in the same way because I was able to use my disc golf skills into ultimate. With an ultimate frisbee, in order to throw, you have to have that touch, and I think growing up I played that, and then with an ultimate frisbee I was just able to have so much control. When you're throwing to a different person, you have to have that control to get it to them. And how I kind of think of it is think of that other person as the basket, and that's what this disc has been. I'm just playing catch with the basket. Some barriers to this, it can only go so far, and if you try to overthrow it, it's just going to go really wrong, and you're probably going to grip lock it into oblivion. I'm just going to test this thing out today. I have 2 of them. And I also have something else, which is over here. In a review on, you can go check out the video here. That is the Castaplask. I'm really just not gonna try it. The Berg. Let's just get to throwing. I'm excited. All right, so we're just gonna make this kind of a shorter video just to simplify if this disc is even worth it in your bag or why you might want it. I'm kind of excited to throw the Berg again. I kind of just threw it a little bit and it flew really well. So we're gonna try it again. But first we're gonna start with the Rattler. Just give you a basic flight of how this thing flies. This is just gonna be super simple. You can see, I kind of put some power on it and it's turning that whole way. You can tell it has some fight, which is super cool. Now, this plastic is crazy tough plastic, and I'm not gonna lie, this is not the best plastic for this disc, especially on desert courses. It gets beaten up. A little bit more gentle. There you go. Dead straight, and it drops in a weird way. I don't know how to describe it. Now this is the Berg. This one's gonna probably have a bit more glide. That was a really good flight comparison. Yeah, it's gliding. It's not really sitting. I kind of like that grab at the end though. For me, on how to throw this well, you've had to dip down on some hyzer and pull up and make sure you finish a little nose up and a little up on that hyzer push so it drifts right. You can't really hyzer this too much. I'll show you. I'll try and do some hyzer lines later in the video. Dead straight. Sick. Gave that one some height. Sick. I love it. A video to depend if I want the Rattler or the Berg in my bag. I kind of need that sit down slot. So far, I like the Rattler a little more. I'm gonna try and do some hyzer lines. That's what I think the Berg is gonna do really well at, but with the Rattler, it's kind of hard to push it on that hyzer line because it's a dead straight disc. It doesn't like to follow it. If I put it on the hyzer, it's probably gonna panel out flat a little bit. We'll see. Oh, that was so low, but it kind of fought through. That was bad. Let me do that again. There you go, a little better. You can tell it's slowly pushing. I don't think I would ever use this for that type of hyzer line. This thing, I'm just gonna put dead straight. With the Berg, I might be able to actually push some hyzers with it. Let's see. A little better. I just don't think you should use any of these discs for that line. That's the overall basics. Let's do some anhyzers. This, I think, could actually be pretty good. Little turn, but that's still pretty good. Oh, that was really bad. Doink! Put that in a little hyzer towards you guys, and it only pushed a little bit. I'm like trying to go between like the power grip and a fan grip with this thing. Because it's so deep, I kind of have to power grip, but I can also do a pretty good fan grip. A little bit of turn, that's okay. A lot of control there, that timing is perfect. That's a great throw. Gonna have to put a little bit more turn. So yeah, and if you miss with that thing, it's just fading. Oh my God. Yeah, that's the big difference between the two of these. Now I'm just gonna throw around this field, let you guys just quietly look at how this thing flies. And now for the test that everyone's been waiting for. Let's do a distance measurement of the rattler and the Berg. This will kind of give you a demonstration of how the distance compares, but the thing is I'm doing 360, so yeah, I've never done this before with the rattler. We'll see how it goes. Never mind, what a rip. Gave you a height demonstration, oh my God, that was incredible. Yep, there it is. Berg. This thing will go, I'd imagine. That was not my best 360, but it was okay. That thing is so controllable when it comes to grip. As I've said before, the grip is, I think, the major takeaway between the two, and is probably the reason you pick between one another. And I'm sure a lot of you probably agree that the Berg feels a little better. Depends. The Berg is meant to go further, but the rattler is supposed to be like a short 100, maybe 200 foot upshot disc. So it depends. All right, that's gonna do it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. First, we got to give our overall rating. So I think how I'm gonna do these reviews is I'm gonna do putters, mids, fairways, drivers, and just kind of put them all into one category, or put them all in their separate categories and just give them their scores and see how they compare to the other reviews that we've done on similar discs. Now, the rattler, oh man, was this a fun disc. I kind of learned a lot with this field work, and I'm really confused on what to do now, because the rattler I've been throwing for the past like 4-ish months, and it's been incredible. Now, these rattlers are a limited edition. I actually don't know how mainstream the rattler is. I don't know if Discraft actually like main produces them on their website. I'll have to look. I don't think they do. This is a memorial run from here in Arizona. That's why I think a lot of people in Arizona are probably going to know this and are probably the only ones that throw it like me. The kind of comfort that I had so many misreleases with this disc today. I'll put some clips of just me absolutely shanking some shots with this. And compared to the Berg, I really had little misreleases with this. The only time I'm going to have like a misrelease is if I like overestimate or like overthink its stability at the end, or its fade, so I like put it on a different line when I shouldn't have. And this felt really comfortable in my hand today. Now, I think it has a little too much glide for the slot I'm looking for, but I think it could maybe outdo the rattler. But overall rattler rating, oh man, this is tough. I think because a lot of you are going to agree that this is a pretty uncomfortable and hard disc to get into. I'm going to rate it like a 6.5. I think it's 6.5. That sounds pretty good. Just because this does its job so well, but it's really hard to get it to do its job. You know, and I might oh, this is tough. I've had this in my bag for a while. I didn't throw this one really at all. I won this one, so I kind of don't want it. But this one has been like my main bag placement for this slide, but I think I might put the Berg in. I've been hating on this disc for the past forever. Ever since I made that review and got this disc, I've been hating on this disc. I'm a hater of the Berg. But it might be making a comeback. I said it, and that's all I'm gonna say. That's not the final decision. It might be, but I think I'm gonna test out the Berg a lot more, and maybe it might just outdo the Rattler in my bag. Now, to be honest, this is a really uncomfortable disc just to put in my bag. Like, I have to I don't like keeping it where my putters are because it's so massive. I have to put it in the driver's slot in my bag, and it makes grabbing every disc super hard because of how wide and big and annoying this profile is, but it also adds to, it's committed. I've been able to commit with this disc so much. When I hit that little hyzer flip line and dump it straight with little turn, I'm able to just park every pin with it. It's definitely gotten me to be confident with upshots over the past few months. I haven't had to worry about it because of this disc. But in the end of the day, it comes down to how well I throw it, and I think I'm throwing the Berg better. Once again, it's just gonna come down to time. But yeah, here's the rating, 6.5. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm so happy to be back doing these reviews, and I'm gonna be making a lot more videos, so subscribe. I know I've said that before, but I promise you, this next year, 2025, it's the new year. I haven't filmed a video since October 2024. That's wild. I can't even comprehend that. Peace out. Skip with the Berg. No way, that skips. Also, I shaved. Opinions. I've had the beard for so long. What do? Do I keep it like this? I left the stash. Does it look cool? Yeah, opinions, concerns. I know you're wondering. I know you're asking the whole time. Clearly, because you care about me. Okay, peace out.